Good morning, or 12 noon, good afternoon. Welcome to the Vision Driven Family Institute, where we educate family leaders who fulfill their family's purpose, build wealth, and empower the next generation. My name is Philip Porter, and I am a family leadership coach with the Vision Driven Family Institute, which is a division of Generations Empowerment Enterprises. So welcome to our show this morning. We got a couple of things we want to share with you, a couple of educational topics for this morning. And the two topics for today are, what is a family leader? What is a family leader? It may not be what you think. So what is a family leader? It may not be what you think. The second is, how can the Vision Driven Family Institute help you as a family leader grow your family into your family's purpose and to build wealth and so forth? So those are the two topics. We want to jump right in this morning because generally on a Saturday, a lot of us got a lot of other things to do and a lot of chores to do. So let's jump right in, give a little education, and move on for a great afternoon. I always like to start with a couple of quotes. So as I'm doing this, if you have family and friends that you think could benefit from the knowledge of knowing what a family leader is, feel free to share this live stream this morning, and we'll see if we can just get us all on the same page moving forward. I always like to start with a couple of quotes. Got a couple of good ones here. Quote number one: if your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader. That's from John Quincy Adams. I like that. I actually love that quote. Let me say it again. If your actions inspire others to do more, learn more, let me start that back again. If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader. John Quincy Adams. Quote number two: great achievement is usually born of great sacrifice, and it is never the result of selfishness. And that's by Napoleon Hill, the author of Think and Grow Rich. As a side note to that, Napoleon Hill, the author of Think and Grow Rich, which he actually wrote back in 1937, there was an updated version of that called Think and Grow Rich, A Black Choice by Dennis Kimbrough. I actually read both of those books. They're outstanding books in regards to success and leadership. A couple of few announcements. We are planning to do our next Vision Driven Family Workshop this fall, 2017. And we also are considering doing a webinar because we are getting that request for people that's out of state. How can they be a part of the workshop? So we're looking into actually doing a webinar. But both for the fall 2017. So if you're interested, please email us at visiondrivenfamily@gmail.com, visiondrivenfamily@gmail.com, especially if you're out of state. Would you be interested in participating in a webinar this fall on Vision Driven Family, which it would be a great leadership workshop and conference for your entire family. All right, as we move into the two topics, a couple of things. A lot of the information I'm going to share with you this morning is on our website, and that's www.visiondrivenfamily.com, www.visiondrivenfamily.com. It's also, you can find various tips we will be putting on our Facebook page, Vision Driven Family. And pretty much most of the items we're talking about is coming from our book, The Power in a Vision-Driven Family, and most of the time I'll be using our workbook, the same one that we do use in our workshop. Okay, all right. So let's just drop in and just begin talking about our first topic this morning. Who is a family leader and what is a family leader? And what I'm going to share with you today is basically from my own family's point of view. So the definition of a family vision is based on our family's 40-year experience of having a family vision and the leadership that we've had, that we've been blessed to have. So our definition might not be what you expect me to say in regards to what a family leader is, and then actually who is a family leader. So in your family, just who that leader or leaders, and hopefully you have more than one like we have. So as I define who is a family leader and what is a family leader, let me tell you first of all what a family leader is not. Okay? A family leader is not like a business leader or a corporate leader. Okay? I have experience of being a business leader and corporate leader. The one thing is, a leader in business, as everyone knows, they can do what? They can fire you. Okay? That's not necessarily going to happen in the position of being a family leader. Also, they know they got control of your salary. Okay? So it's not going to be the way when we're talking about the family leader. All right, it's not like being a leader in a nonprofit, and it's not like being a church leader as well. So it's not like that. The other thing is, it's not like being a military leader. Even though I have not been in the military, I do have family members. I had a brother who was in the Air Force. I had a brother who actually went to West Point. A lot of other family members. Mr. Wells, who was on our show last week, he's a Marine. So they can give you a great definition in regards to being a leader in the military, but it is a little bit different than being a leader in a family. Same way with being a leader in education. Okay, whether you're a principal or a teacher, administrator, being a family leader is what I'm sharing with you is not all of these things. However, family leaders do have many of the attributes that you will find in business, that you will find in nonprofit leadership, that you will find in military leadership, that you will find in educational leadership, and the list kind of goes on. So I wanted to first tell you what a family leader is not. However, it does have some of those attributes. Okay. So as we move forward on who is a family leader, and as I said, it's based on our definition. We define family leader based on three elements, or based on three factors. Number one, a family leader, the way we define it, is based upon the type of family vision that your family has. Okay, it's going to be based on the type of family vision that your family has. And as you learn in our workshops, and many of you have attended those and some of you have not, there are actually 5 types of family visions. And let me take a look and give you an idea. I'm actually looking in Book the Power in the Family Vision workbook. The 5 types of family vision. One is a childless family vision. Number 2, extended family vision. Number 3, immediate family vision. Number 4, nuclear family vision. And number 5, single family vision. Those are the 5 types of family vision. So a family leader is a visionary, as one definition, as a visionary of one of these types of visions. So a family leader, if they are a single, they have a single family vision. So that family leader might be, 21 or 22. So it just depends on the type of family vision. So that's one of the way we kind of tie that in, is what is a family leader is based on the family vision type. Secondly, a family leader, who is that family leader, In our case, that family leader is one of the visionary, what we call visionary caretakers, the one who actually believes in the vision that the family actually has, and is what I call 100% all in. Okay, so that's number two. Number three is, even if your family don't have a quote, a family vision statement, a family leader is that person who lives by your family's core values. Okay, whatever those core values are, and that person actually lived by those core values, we consider that as a family leader. So based on our definition, a family leader is either one, is the visionary behind one of the types of family visions, whether that's a single, childless, nuclear, immediate, or extended family vision. So it could be one of them. It could be the family vision caretaker or someone who lives by the core values. With that said, is how old does a family leader has to be? Because that comes in a lot. Okay, it comes up a lot in our workshop. And I can only share with you, in our case, we have some family leaders that are actually teenagers. For example, we got family leaders that, for example, is graduating from high school. They might have been great students, was on the football team, so forth and so on. So their family leader, because in many cases, the family members that are in, for example, middle school or in high school, they would actually look up to those family members who may have just graduated from high school, and they believe in the family values, and they're living by those values even in high school or even in college. Okay, so a family leader can be a teenager. So don't. So that's why I'm saying it could be a teenager, or they could be 80. So it just depends, and based on our three definitions, that's why I would say a family vision could be a member of the baby boomers, it could be a member of the Generation X, or it could be a member of the millennials. Okay, so that's very, very, very important. And so in our case, that's why it's very important for us to have, when we have our family meetings, it's important to have all generations to participate, because if you're blessed and you realize that you will have leaders in your family at all ages, and if that's the case, you want them involved in the decision-making process of the family. Okay, so that in our opinion, what a family leader is and who a family leader is. So it could be anyone, any age in the family, as long as they're a person that believes and lives by the vision or the core values of the family. Okay, all right. Hopefully, if anybody got any questions, feel free to contact us or email us, or send us a comment on Facebook. That'd be great. The other thing is, the next thing is, how can the Vision Driven Institute help educate you as a family leader? This has come up several times, actually a couple of times this week and in the past couple of weeks, when people ask, well, how can the Family Vision Institute actually help us? Okay. The first thing I want to, what I actually say is, as a family leader, you have to realize, do you need to be educated? And you have to believe that you need to be educated. Sometimes we get people that don't believe they need to be educated, and they already believe they know everything. Okay, so if you think you're that, well, we can't help you. But if you believe, like me, you need to be educated, you need continuous education or to be continuous growth, then the Vision Driven Family Institute is for you. And I know, just kind of share with you, this week, I was talking to some of the other board members of our family business, Generations Empowerment Enterprises. And we was talking about family leaders, our own family leaders, but then the family leader concept in general. And we were saying that, seeing like in all areas of our lives, we get a tremendous amount of training, but we don't really get a lot of training, what I call formal training, as a family leader. For example, when I was with corporate America in various management positions, we got trained. Anybody knows and worked with me and and so forth, you realize how much training corporate America does. Just a tremendous amount of training. And I know my brother-in-law, Mr. Wells, he was saying, has been in the military. That's all what they did a lot of the time was train, 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 and continuous training. As long as you were in the military, there's training. There's formal training that's going on and a lot of informal training going on. You know, when I became an entrepreneur on my own business, I had to be, took training, learn how to write a business plan, learn how to do cash flow projections, know how to do what P&Ls are, know how to market your business. So training, 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 that was very important. So there's a lot of training informally, but a lot of formal training as well in every aspect. Even if you're going to be a doctor, there's training. Okay, you're going to be a principal, there's training. Anything we are doing in our career, there's training. Okay, we even have a lot of training at church. There's training on how to be a good pastor, a good minister. Okay, there's training on being a deacon in the church. There's a tremendous amount of training. But for me, and what we were saying is when many of us as board members, when we became family leaders, you know, where was the training? You know, where was the training? We didn't have any. In our case, we've had over the years a lot of what I call informal training, but not formal training. In our case, we was blessed because our parents provided a lot of informal training, what I call kitchen table training. Okay, but I have not had any formal training on actually how to become a family leader. However, you can use some of the attributes from the corporate world, from the nonprofit sector, and you kind of apply all of those. But after doing what we've been doing for a while, being a family leader is something that is unique. Okay, so with that said, all of us, I think many of us, and these days, there's what I call non-formal or informal training. And we'd just like to formalize that. If we do, maybe we can speed the process of you fulfilling your purpose. Maybe that can be, maybe that we can speed that process up quicker for you. Maybe we can help you get out of debt faster. Maybe we can help you build wealth faster because now you have the knowledge. Okay, so as you understand that as a family leader, as family leaders, we need training. We need the tools in order to become a family leader. Because sometimes I like to tell people we don't know what we don't know. So if the military can train, if corporate America can train, if you can get training at church, you need training to be a doctor, you know, we should have training to be a family leader. So that's the first thing we say when we want to help people. First of all, you got to realize you need to be educated on being a family leader and to receive the training. Okay. But quickly, for the Vision Driven Family Institute, there's basically 3 ways on how we help the people that we work with and the families that we work with. The first is we do provide family leadership training, and many of you have participated in our what we call our family vision workshop. It's a 20-step, 20 fundamental elements of establishing your family vision for your family. That's kind of the fundamentals of family leadership training, and it is, like you said before, it's for families of all ages. In addition to the family leaders workshop or family vision workshop that we do have a family leadership board governance training, and how you actually govern your family, and what are the policies and bylaws that you have in place for that. So that's number 2. The other one that we're just adding is running an effective meeting training. Okay, how do we run an effective meeting and communicate with our own family? Now, in many cases, that's a big one right there. Because in families, we got a lot of history, a lot of baggage that we bring into it, but we don't necessarily want to bring all of that to the meeting. Okay, if you know what I mean, we've been doing a lot of conference calls and families conference calls, so we can tell you more about that in detail during that running effective family meeting training. Another training course we're going to be having coming up is spiritual gifts training, which is very important for family leaders. As a family leader, do you know what your spiritual gift is? Do you know what the spiritual gifts of the other family leaders and other family members are? And even if you do, why is that important? So we do have various training classes and workshops that we do for families and for family leaders. So that's the first thing. The second thing is we do family leadership consulting and family leadership coaching. And that's basically one-on-one coaching with family leaders and addressing their very specific issues. We actually help you do your family dream training sessions with your family, and the list goes on. And we will do this at the family reunions. We can do this at family retreats. We do it at churches, whatever is most convenient for families. Okay, so that's number two. And number three, a lot of us on our website is resources. We do have a page there for resources for families and family leaders on our website. So when it comes to educating family leaders, the Vision Driven Family Institute has three parts. One is family leadership training and family training. That's number one. Number two, family leadership coaching and consulting services and various resources. And pretty much all of this you can find on our website, visiondrivenfamily.com, on visiondrivenfamily.com, and also you can find it in our books, The Power in the Vision Driven Family. We got other books too, Journeys to I Do. That's a good one for family leaders as well. So you can go there and take a look at all of those. So that's what I wanted to share with you on this Saturday, the topics of a family leader. Hopefully you got a little taste of what a family leader is and who a family leader is, so it's not basically limited to one's age or one's education. It's not has anything necessary to do with that. Hopefully as a family leader, you will grow in your education, you grow in knowledge, and you grow in wisdom. Okay, so that's our topics for the day that we wanted to share with everyone. Hopefully everyone got something out of it. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us anytime, either on Facebook, or you can contact us on our email, visiondrivenfamily@gmail.com, and we'll be happy to work with you as a family leader or your entire family. I always like to end with a couple of quotes. Quote number one, a leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. And that quote is by John C. Maxwell. John C. Maxwell. A leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. So as a leader of your family, do you know the way? As a leader of your family, are you going the way? And as a leader of your family, are you showing the next generation the way? Okay, so that's my little addition onto John C. Maxwell. So thank you very much. One last quote I want to share with you, which is actually in our book. And this is coming from our co-author, Vanessa Patterson, out of Alabama. I wanted to do a quick little quote and shout out to you, Van. I wanted to read this. It's on page 12 of our Power in a Vision-Driven Family book. And the last quote is, the title of this, the Vanessa titled it is, Invest, Secure, and Finance the Vision. And it reads, invest your time to investigate the steps to secure the future for the generational blessings. Commit to a life of high morals and values. Therefore, the example is set. Secure in your heart the word of the Lord. The word of God is your security of success. Plan and save your money to finance the vision. Think big, out of the box, with clarity and assurance. By Vanessa Patterson, co-author of The Power in a Vision-Driven Family. Thank you for following us today. My name is Philip Porter. I am a family leadership coach with the Vision-Driven Family Institute, a division of Generations Empowerment Enterprises. We like to say, have a great day and be a great leader to the next generation. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.